Hello, hello, Dragonbonded. Hello, Dracos. I'm very excited because we are in the final 46 hours of the campaign. And today I'm very glad to be able to join in this weekly live stream to update about the projects. But mostly we will be talking about Lords of Vaala Dragonbond. Before starting, well, I just had a call with the factory as usual on Tuesday, and well, the Eldritch Century books are still in the distribution warehouse from Alliance. Before the retail release, we will have the copies shipped to the fulfillment partner, and fulfillment will take place in United States this in these coming weeks. We also have news from China on the container shortage, and those riding dinos and Kiwi Chowdown. Well, on those riding dinos, we are still watching and waiting to see how to proceed because of the container shortage. But luckily, the production has finished, and well, that's pretty much the updates from the factory. Great Rumors of Draco is almost to be finished, the book, and right now, our minds are on Lords of Vaala, all the games. Several of us at Draco have been working very hard each day on the campaign graphics, on the demos. By the way, we will talk about this, how you can play with us, Lords of Vaala, but you can play with us online. And yesterday we posted a very big update with a ton of information that's very exciting. First of all, as we approached the last 2 days of the campaign, we decided to unlock already the rest of the miniatures from Armies of Blood and Dreams, because we are very sure that we would at least reach the funding needed to make that happen. But right now we are aiming to have the 200,000 stretch goal, which will make Armies of Blood and Dreams its own standalone game of the Dragonbond wargame. And with that, we will have cards, we will have player boards, rules, the cardboard tokens, rulers, and well, you will get 2 games for just one, Lords of Vaala and the Wargame Starter. With Armies of Blood and Dreams, you also have the expansion. Like, the miniatures are not only meant to be used as a component upgrade for the cardboard units. You also get alternate generals, which is Eldai Alarn and Varian, and these offer very different experiences than Elise and Adriel in the core box. And well, there are more news in the update. It's update number 8 if you want to take a look. I have played a little bit with Eldai, and against Varian, I hope to be able to play on Thursday more with some alternate generals. We will also be trying something new. But speaking about the cards, it was clear for us in the campaign that we were not communicating clearly that the cards will have line and finish, because we are already looking at top components, feel, and look and feel. So that was unlocked since day 1, but it's now clearer on the campaign description. And we made a poll and a survey for add-ons to ask you what would you like to see more. And well, you were a lot of you suggested about the big box of holding, or deluxe tokens, or more dragons, more generals, more expansion, more gameplay content, even unique city tokens, and miniatures for the neutral units. So last week it was crazy, but we started to figure out how to make it happen. And I'm very glad to announce that the expansion for Nawak and Isbal realms, as well as the Coatl and Exor Dragon, is now a possibility to be released with this release, rather than waiting a couple of years for that to happen. And we will be able to do so if we are able to gather extra funds to accelerate the development with the art and the resculpts and graphic design and game design, playtesting, a lot of hours, writing, editing. That box, if it's unlocked, it will most likely be a second shipping wave still. but shortly after the core rewards of Lords of Vaala. And other popular add-on was the big box of holding and the deluxe component. So to make that the more streamlined way possible, we decided to have the deluxe tokens, like wooden tokens for the wounds, for the power tokens, for the city tokens, included in a big box of holding where you will be able to store all your expansions. I'm very excited to design this big box in War for Chicken Island, one of our previous projects. I had the idea of having the first edition of the game, having a big box that where you could fit all the extra content from the Kickstarter, and it was great. And well, on this big box of holding with Lords of Vaala, you also will get snap bases for when you paint your minis. You can clearly identify which miniature belongs to each player. And finally, we are making some miniatures for the neutral units. This is very exciting because of the lore behind those minis. It will be the rebels from Alaria and Tiberia, Magir and Elari rebels. And that's a big box of holding. Right now, there's a new pledge level. If you are going for the all core content of Lords of Vaala and the big box plus the deluxe component, it's now at $145. But you can add this as an add-on for $25. And speaking of add-ons, we also explore the suggestions for the rubber mat to make it double-sided. So you could have whichever mat you prefer, the full color terrain or the map filled with the muted colors. And that's also in the core game, but with the oversized rubber mat, you will be able to play with more space for your minis, especially if you're going for the other expansions, especially the Creatures of Valerna. And from there, one idea that was very interesting was the unique city tokens, similar to the landmarks in the map. And we love that idea. We will eventually make the STL files and the physical tokens for those. But for now, we decided to wait, and that will be pushed in the backlog for a possible expansion called Realms of Valerna, where the unique cities might get a unique ability and a card and some modularity. Some benefits, for example, having a city in an ocean count as adjacent, maybe for the purposes of recruiting, or I don't know. There are many ideas in there, and of course, the dragons will be able to interact with them. And well, one of the add-ons is Legends of Valerna, and in Legends of Valerna, we unlocked more content right now, so you're getting at a cheaper price than it will be on retail, $35, and on Kickstarter is $30. We will be playtesting the Captain's expansion this Thursday with River Horse. It will be the last game session live streaming in the Kickstarter campaign. The unlocks are some new mini expansion modules. One is the Captain's expansion. I'm very excited about that one because these spawn in the map randomly, just as the creatures of Valerna. And the generals can, whenever they defeat them, they can recruit them into their armies. So the captains attack with 2 dice instead of 1, and they are able to recruit faster some units of their same type, like cavalry units for the cavalry captain of the Alarian army, or something like that. But whenever dragons enter into the same region as a captain, as a unique hero, they get a chance to Dragonbond with them, and if that happens, the dragons get that unit and more attack value and more units on the board. They travel together, but we're still playtesting that idea. I think this is a great mini expansion that will offer some more interactions, especially with the players, with the idea of dragon bonding on the dragons, and how general players must stay away from dragons unless they want to attack or dragon bond, and that's not for certain anyway. Then the other mini expansion model is the draconic offerings, which allow the dragons to take some additional treasures from Valerna, and whenever they collect a set, they can exchange for power tokens on their board, or they can spend the tokens to get some benefits, such as rerolling a die or healing, something like that. The generals can attempt to look into the dragon's lairs, which are their initial regions. They roll a die. If they are successful, they can retrieve some of the tokens that the dragons are hoarding. This adds some extra playability on the board as a dragon, but also as a general to explore those regions that are not in the center of the board. And that's it for now on the add-ons, I think. Anyway, you can check the campaign. We have updated the graphics. And, well, we are in the final hours of the campaign, and we hope to reach these new stretch goals that I was telling you about to convert this beta and then gamma version of the wargame into the first printed version with the starting kit for you to start playing the wargame as well. This wargame has a very unique feel in the terms that it's very friendly. It feels board gamey to me because you play 2 victory tokens. It's not elimination. It's, well, of course, you get victory points for eliminating some units or first blood, but you also claim objectives. And with that, well, the player who earns the most victory points wins. And finally, the modularity in the wargame, which allows you to play with some units and different captains. That's a very satisfying interaction. The captains can also be chosen to be sacrificed to get an extra benefit, and in that same moment, but you lose the benefit like an ongoing effect. Anyway, we have posted an update with more info about the wargame, and you can check the Kickstarter campaigns as well. And that's it for now. Please check the campaign. We have made some huge changes. Some of I have already summarized in this live stream. And we will be in touch in the comment section on Discord also. But you can always reach out to us on the Facebook live stream. I cannot see the comments right now in the live stream, but if you are joining us on the Kickstarter or today, thank you for being part of all the story that we are creating with Dragonbond. We want you to be part of this. And Lords of Vaala is the first step into a massive physical distribution of a very unique game. Thank you, everyone, and we will be back next week. Maybe Pam will be giving the weekly update, but if not, I will be here. Thank you.
If we're to survive the dragons, we must make our magic stronger. Every 27 years, the dragons fly in from the Red Moon, searching for one thing only: Vaala. It only exists on Valerna, and to take it is to destroy us. Valerna is at war. Our resources are depleted. Now we must protect ourselves from this new threat. But our greatest danger hides our greatest hope, and the Dragonbond can rewrite the future. Lords of Vaala is an asymmetric strategy game for up to 4 players from the ever-expanding Dragonbond universe. With a bespoke AI system to accommodate smaller groups and solo mode, you can choose to control a general or a dragon in a race to gather the most power through Vaala. Every round is a prediction, as a deck is built using the planned actions by every player. When a player passes, the deck is revealed and each card is resolved as they were played. Players with the most versatile strategy will gain the upper hand. Dragons soar, attack, and cause devastation, consuming precious Vaala, destroying those that stand in the way. Generals raise armies to command, battling through war to expand and reign. Both generals and dragons have the same goal: collect power. The first player to gather 10 power tokens triumphs. It won't be easy, but you can use power to cast unique Vaala cards, bringing mighty effects into play. Beware the new iconic Dragonbond mechanic. For if a general bonds with a dragon, a unique character ability will be enabled for the remainder of the game, and you will win or lose together. Expertly crafted miniatures, highly detailed art, and intriguing mechanics by veteran artists and designers in the industry. By pledging in our Kickstarter today, you can enhance your game with a free copy of Armies of Blood and Dreams to replace the cardboard units with highly detailed miniatures of the races and units from Dragonbond, along with a lore guide for them. Expand player options with the expansions available in this campaign. Creatures of Valerna bring new monsters to the game with unique abilities, available for everyone to hunt and collect power if they succeed. Legends of Valerna includes 2 new factions with different dynamics to extend the game up to 6 players. It also includes alternate generals with their unique Vaala cards and miniatures. Become Dragon Bonded today to build an expert strategy, cast devastating spells, and emerge from battle as the Lord of Vaala.